Hi, I'm Allison Weichel, Director of Education at Shir Tikva, here to share some ways to help your children engage with Passover. If you've ever thought about ways to include your children in the Passover Seder, you may have jumped straight to the plagues: blood, frogs, hail. And don't worry, later today you can expect an email with ideas for plague making. But as we get ready for a very different kind of Passover this year, TST's education team, Jenna Friedman, Elizabeth Suga, and I have some ideas for other ways to engage your children at Passover. I'm going to start with my #1 tip for successful Seders. This is my advice all the time, but especially right now, in this moment. Give yourself a break. Seders can be long, and Passover can be stressful, and this year presents more of a challenge than ever, so give yourself a break. Think about what you want your kids to remember from this year's Seder, and if you involve them, it will stick in their memories even more. Before the Seder. How about a Seder plate scavenger hunt? Find an item that represents the theme or meaning of each item on the Seder plate. Let's take karpas, usually parsley, that represents green, springtime flourishing. Maybe your kids can find something green or something that represents growth. Try this for all the items on the Seder table. You can also do this during the Seder so the kids can get up and run around a little bit. Make a family Hagaddah. Look for resources in your email and be sure to add your kids' illustrations or photos of them acting out parts of the story. I made this Hagaddah when my kids were really little, and we still use it today because it's so sweet. During the Seder. How about some social emotional learning? Go around the table and say which Seder plate item describes how you feel today. If karpas reminds us of a time when the Israelites were flourishing in Egypt before they were enslaved, maybe you feel like karpas right now because you are flourishing your best self at home with your family. Or maybe you feel more like maror, the bitter herb, bitter because of things that you're missing because of cancellations. Challenge your kids to add something to the Seder plate. Over the years, we have added items to the traditional Seder plate to recognize modern struggles for freedom. This year I heard someone suggest grapes. We are separate, but we can still be together in a bunch over Zoom. Maybe you'll add something to pay respect to healthcare workers and scientists who are trying to figure out COVID-19. What's your family's afikomen tradition? Why not have the kids break matzah and hide a second afikomen for the adults to find? They can decorate a special cover and come up with the prize. Act it out. Bring the Maggid, the telling of the Passover story, to life. Make puppets become actors using links and scripts for DIY puppets and props that you'll find in your email. After the Seder, your kids might need some downtime, so put on a video and enjoy lingering at the table with the adults, or curl up with the kids because you'll probably need a break too. Reflect on the new things you tried this year, which will become your family traditions. You'll find more resources and links for Haggadah that you can download in the email coming your way. Wishing you a happy and sweet Passover.